Hey everybody, it's Dean Graziosi. Welcome to the Weekly Wisdom. Hey, thanks for all the great comments last week. I always say that because they are great and I love reading all of them. So know if you post below, I read it. The likes on Facebook, I appreciate it. So we can share this message and keep the momentum forward to show people that you can live a bigger future, a better existence from now and for the rest of your life. So, okay, what I want to talk about today, this is something that's been on my mind. And a lot of times I talk about, and you guys are absolutely aware of the negative people in your life, the naysayers, the ones that tell you it can't work, you're crazy, don't step outside the box, don't paint outside the lines. They're the people that are telling you how to run your life when most of the time they're not making the money they want to make and they're not that happy, but they'll surely give you advice, right? So we know that. We also know that there's negative news. Everything on the news is about what's wrong with the world, right? So we know that, and I try to avoid both of those in my life especially. But there's one we don't talk about enough, and that's the hidden villain. Yeah, I said it, the hidden villain. And guess what? Most of us have it. You watching right now have a villain that probably holds you back from the success that you deserve, and that is the inner self-doubt. And I forget to talk about this one a lot, but it's that little voice inside of you when you get some momentum that goes, hey, don't try that. If you tried it in the past and you failed. Or what if you try it and fail and everybody thinks you're stupid for trying? What if somebody calls you a loser? What if you feel that you're inadequate? That little voice is not your fault. That's the voice of a lot of people protecting you as you grow up. Look before you leap. Don't paint outside the lines. Make sure you stay structured. Go to school, get good grades. Go to college, get good grades. Look for that great job. Put some money away for retirement and live happily ever after. All those things that we've been put into this box forever, it's impossible for it not to sink in and create, I don't have a split personality, but we all have this other little voice inside of us, that self-doubt, always going, hey, your friends are right, you can't do this, or it is the worst time in real estate, don't try it, or you're buying a book off a guy on TV, or you nuts, all infomercial people are scam artists. Come on, be real, get back to that job you hate. So again, we have this exterior fight going on with negative people, but most of us have a villain living somewhere inside of us. And I want you to learn to recognize him, like the angel and the devil. Think of the villain, the self-doubt, as the devil. And when he pops his or she pops her ugly head up, I want you to recognize it and say, is this my reality? Can I really not make it? Or am I just falling back on some old things that were programmed in me maybe when I was 10 years old? Because a lot of times it is. Because here's what I know. If you keep the villain on the inside, there's no way you could be victorious on the outside. And you deserve to be victorious. So, that's my lesson for today. Acknowledge the villain within, that self-doubt, crush him or crush her, and look to be victorious. Hey, a couple other things I wanted to share. My good friend Phil Tyrone, you might remember him from last year. He's an expert on helping you repair your credit. Well, he found some really new, interesting ways. I just had lunch with him the other day, and he's like, the banks and regulations coming in have really squashed and hurt a lot of people's credit, and there's some really quick, awesome things that you can do to get your credit score up. So if your credit score is not where you want it to be, or you just want to take it to another level, I'm going to get Phil back on maybe next week's blog or the week after. So if you have any thoughts or ideas or even any questions, put them below, and I'll make sure he gets them so we can answer them when I bring him on this blog. And secondly, we've been working on a brand new DG.com, DeanGraziosi.com, for about 6 months now. I haven't even brought it up, but we're getting close. I think mid-February, we're going to launch the new DeanGraziosi.com. Now, don't worry, it's not completely different and going to drive you crazy, but it's upgraded with so many cool things. I literally went through it the last couple days, and it's unbelievable. So we'll start sharing that with you as we evolve, as we get closer to launching it. And some of you, I'm going to ask for your feedback. In fact, I'm going to let some of you use it before everybody else does so you can make sure you love it. Give us any feedback. We'll tweak it and make it perfect for our students. I'm Dean Graziosi. I'll talk to you next week.